to stream, Darkrai. Oh my god, it's so fast today. Okay, wait, let me see. Trying out this new extension thing? Okay, okay. Okay, so thank god it worked. But yeah, I'm trying out this new extension thing so that hopefully lets me see a more accurate viewer count. I don't know. It's a little bit annoying because it doesn't work on the creator dashboard. It only seems to be working if I'm watching stuff like as a regular viewer, kind of like that. I'm on bed rest and a sports size spawn at the stream. Oh my god, that's oh yeah, rest well though. At least it's almost the weekend, so I'm so excited. Like you cannot imagine how tired I've been this entire week. I was so close actually to not streaming today, which honestly, I mean, I'd rather not miss a stream if ever, because like it's generally like in bad form to like have a schedule and then like not show up, right? But like for real though, like even yesterday, like I was, you know, like how my normal sleeping time is probably like what's midnight or like somewhere between midnight to like 2 in the morning. And I for I don't even know what happened yesterday. I was just like so exhausted. I basically passed out at like maybe 10:30 or something like that. And yet I woke up completely exhausted. So it's one of those times that makes you just realize, like, why did I even bother sleeping early if I was just going to feel the same way literally the next day, right? I don't know. It was such a waste. I'm pretty mad at myself for doing that because it's like I probably should have like pushed through anyways and insisted on actually like staying up late to finish like all of my games properly, but like no. Although I did technically like wake up a little bit, like, what do you call that? I took a nap at like 10:30-ish, and then I probably woke up like maybe 11 something, and then I immediately passed out again all the way until the next day. So yeah, because I had a work trip, like a work day trip kind of thing to do today, and it was a lot more stressful than I expected it to be. I could have died today. Well, half serious, half not. Kind of. I feel like I kind of could have died today, honestly. I woke up at 7 a.m. yesterday. I was in bed rest and I was so bored the whole day. But honestly, it's okay to be bored. Like, you know, boredom is the best way to heal faster. It's like a lot less stressful than actually showing up to the office. Like, yeah, so I went to a work trip. So don't ask me specifics about my job, but basically I had to go to a farm today. And you know, like people how always tell you like, "Oh my god, you know, you don't understand how bad a farm smells." It's like, "Yeah, I know it's bad, but it can't possibly be like that bad." It's like it definitely is that bad. It's like literally one of the worst things ever. But you do surprisingly you get kind of used to it very quickly because it's just like so overpowering. But at the same time the smell kind of just lingers in your palate and it's kind of like really disgusting honestly. But you know like a lot of times I ended up having to like walk around the place and it's so muddy. Like everything's just so damn wet all the time. It's like it's so gross, but like you can't really do anything because it's like literal like a freaking farm, right? So like, and then yeah, I almost died because I slipped basically. I was walking on the ground and I slipped, and you know by sheer like reaction, okay, this is one of those things that makes me realize like how important exercising or straight up just going to the gym is because I literally like the time when I slipped, you know, you could feel like your center of gravity just like whoosh, and like you're literally like freaking falling backwards, and you're like, oh my god, I could crack my head open on the ground right now. And that moment, of like split second, and then my hand just like reached out to the fence next to me, and I gripped it so hard, like so damn hard. And then I was able to keep my balance, like what a like literally like maybe 6 inches away from the ground. So I literally saved myself with like freaking grip strength. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, this is like part of my clipboard. Because I was holding a clipboard that time. Like part of it got like covered in mud and all that. And it was like super gross. But like, damn. I could have died like straight up because I was moving so fast. And then like literally I was walking on concrete. But the floor was like super muddy and super gross and just generally like really wet. So it's like, oh my god. If my hand did not grip onto that fence with that split second speed, I literally could have cracked my head open. Like, it's a freaking work hazard. Yeah, so I'm never doing that again. Because it's annoying, like technically, because that time they were telling me like, oh, since it's gonna be like, for safety reasons and all that, like you cannot bring your shoes inside the farm because like by security and all of that. So it's like okay, it's like, but you can bring slippers. I was like, but slippers are not like the proper footwear to be wearing in this kind of place. But then like I didn't really have a choice, right? Okay, fine. Fine, I will wear slippers. And then I wore the wrong type. I wore flip-flops. I don't wear flip-flops. Like I really am not used to wearing that. I would be the type to wear like the I guess like the slides type of slippers, not like the flip-flop types, like the Y-shaped one, because that one's kind of hurt my feet. So like I'm really not used to walking and things like that, but then I didn't really have a choice because I don't really use things like that to begin with. So that was like the only thing I had at home. It's like, oh my god. I should not have worn. I should have maybe like brought like Crocs or something, because at least the Crocs would have been like a thicker layer against the mud. Because you know how many times when I was walking all over the place, like my feet would just get splattered with mud because I was wearing freaking flip flops inside a farm. It's like, who does that? And like when I was telling my parents about it afterwards, they were like so mad. It's like, why did they have boots or like safety boots or like those rain boot type things? It's like that's typical. Like that's a standard thing for a farm. I was like, yeah, but like everyone there except one dude was literally in like freaking slippers or like Crocs. Only one dude was in boots, and those are boots specific to him because he literally has his name written on them. So he didn't really have spares for anyone else. So I was like, if I ever need to go to that place again in the future, I was like, fucking hell, I will just straight up order boots online, or I don't know, go to some kind of grocery store and just buy them immediately, because like that was so like low-key traumatic. Like I will and like yeah, so we had to cross so many grassy areas, and you know how many times they kept telling me like, oh, this area kind of has like quite a lot of like snakes and cobras. It's like, oh my god, bro, please stop telling me. It's like they just kept repeating that again and again. It's like so many snakes. It's like, yes, I know, but like stop telling me that. Because I low-key am super afraid of snakes, but like I don't really have a choice. Because like so I just had to like hyper focus on the ground anytime I was going anywhere. And then yeah. At one point, they actually told me, like, oh, hey, by the way, like, we actually have a pet snake here. I was like, what the fuck do you mean pet snake? Like, yeah, because, like, some of our staff caught a snake somewhere in the grass, and then they just decided to keep it in, like, a freaking barrel. And so now we're feeding it. And I was like, why the fuck are you keeping a snake in a barrel? It's like, yeah, because it's fun. And I was like, so what are you gonna do with it when it's bigger? Because like, oh, it's kind of small right now. Isn't she just like 5 feet? It's a baby. It's like, 5 feet is not a baby. That's like freaking huge already. And it's like, no, it's not that bad. It's still considered small. It's like, okay, it's like, okay, fine. You consider that small. And you're feeding it right now. You're keeping it as a pet. So like, what are you gonna do when it gets bigger? And they're like, oh, well, the kinds of stuff that we have. We're gonna eat it after. It's like, oh my god, don't eat it. Like, yo, yo, what do you mean you're going to eat it? It's like, yeah, they're just going to like cook it, like maybe adobo style or something. Like, yo, that's not normal. It's like, don't cook a snake. It's like, is that even venomous? It's like, oh, it's probably not. It's like, what do you mean it's probably not venomous? It's like, you have to know, you have to actually check first, because like, what if it is venomous and you're telling me you're going to cook it, and you're like, yeah, maybe the next time you come here we can like eat it together. It's like, no, I don't want to eat it next time I come here. It's like, please never do that. If you ever try to offer me snake food, I would literally just like leave. I will just straight up ditch my work and like, okay, tell my boss, sorry, I'm just gonna go home today. I'm like physically sick, so I will just leave. Even though the farm is like so fucking far away from the city, but like, yo, nothing is worth going through that level of trauma. Like, what do you I don't even know. That was so insane. I was like, we were literally having this conversation in the car on the way back home. I was like, my god, this is your guy. This is what you think is normal. This is like your guy's idea of like a fun time, like raising a snake that you caught in your farm and then raising it so they could cook it later on. It's like, yeah, and then they were so proud of it. I said at what point they literally like, oh yeah, we also caught another snake like a while back, like maybe a couple of years ago, and it was super huge. And like he literally tried showing me the picture, and I was like trying like, no, I don't want to look at it. I kept pushing his phone away. So my coworker who was with me that time, she was like super good. Oh my god, show it to me. And so he ended up giving his phone to her, and she was like looking at it, like, oh my god, that's so huge. And she was and it was literally probably 5 to 7 people standing side by side carrying a huge ass white snake, like literally just like as if you were carrying a swordfish. Like that's how they were carried. They were so fucking proud of it. It's like that snake was so huge. It's literally like the size of your thigh. It's like holy hell. It was like even from far away, even when the picture was so tiny, I could literally see how huge the thing was. I was like, that's gonna straight up give me nightmares. If I don't show up to work tomorrow, I'm going to straight up tell my bosses because I got mental trauma. Like, damn, freaking I expected to go to the farm and have like a really like my kind of like chill time, just watch them how to deal with the animals and all that stuff. And like, bro, I got traumatized with all the snake stories. It's like, can you stop talking about snakes, like, please? It's like I told them up front like, oh, I really don't like snakes. And then they just find it funny and like, okay, yeah, they just keep talking about snakes. It's like, I'm sorry to any people in my chat who love snakes, but I am deathly afraid of them. It's like I just cannot. Until now, I still have nightmares at this day and age about things like that. So yeah, I can't even look at pictures of them. And you know the hilarious thing is that my coworker, she's okay with snakes for some weird ass reason. You know what? You know why it's weird? It's because she hates millipedes or like those little caterpillar things. She's afraid of those little guys. It's like, and I straight up asked her, like, you're telling me that you're afraid of caterpillars and millipedes, but you're not afraid of snakes. They're literally the same thing. But snakes are worse because they're bigger and they'll go out of your way to kill you. These little millipedes will do nothing except like get squished under your boot. It's like, yeah, but like they're not gonna go out of their way to like attack you. They're literally just there on the ground, probably dying under the sun or getting squished under like a moving car. But like a freaking snake will like hide. You know how freaking scary that is. Like I don't even know. It's like oh my god, it was so wild. And even she doesn't understand either. It's like yeah, I don't know why I'm so scared of like those little things, but I'm okay with snakes. It's like I don't understand. You know, normally people are afraid of like the big things, but they're okay with like the smaller, more manageable versions of them. Kind of like if you were looking at, let's say, a kiddie pool, you'd be fine with it because it's like it's this tiny ass body of water. But you're thinking about the ocean, you'll suddenly get thalassophobia. It's like that. It's like how are you not afraid of the snake, which is literally like 1,000 times longer than a freaking millipede. I mean, I don't even like those guys either, but like I'm not afraid of them. So you know, like the one time when I went outdoors with her, she literally stopped me every few seconds because like, oh my god, this is the caterpillar. I was like, okay, and I kind of like so ends up what I did, I had to walk in front of her and literally steer her away from every single millipede or caterpillar I saw on the ground. It's like, how did I end up having this job? It's like I'm in charge of this girl. This girl is a freaking college graduate. She's not a child. She's like a literal college graduate. She was screaming about them every few seconds. It's like, okay, fine. So I actually took pity on her. It's like, okay, it's like go in this direction. I told her just follow my direction. I will make sure to avoid every single one of these little guys. One time there's centipede. Oh my god, centipedes. Okay, to be fair, centipedes are a whole different breed because they're scary as fuck. Okay, they're insane. Like no thing in the world should have 100 legs. You know that is so insane. It's like yeah, and most of the time they're venomous. Also, if anyone doesn't know the difference between poisonous and venomous, it's like poisonous is if you bite it, you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, that's venomous. So basically, most the worst things in life are always venomous. But yeah, cause poisonous things is like it's just you and your stupidity keeping you alive, or well, technically causing you not to stay alive. But venomous is basically they can go out of your way to kill you, so that's drastically more dangerous. But yeah, anyone who has ever watched Tokyo Ghoul should definitely know how traumatic centipedes can be. So yeah, they're one of the absolute worst things in the world as well. I did hear about this one streamer before who ended up getting bitten by some freaking death centipede when she was on vacation in Japan. And she apparently survived it by chugging like a bunch of energy drinks in like, I don't know, over-the-counter medicines or something. I don't really know, but I just remember that time reading that whole thing, and it was like, yo, this is insane. There are people who can actually survive that. She didn't even realize. She only found out afterwards, but she was like telling her chat about it, and like chat literally searched the internet for her. It's like, oh my god, you could have died because of that freaking centipede. And he's all like, but my vacation's over. I'm already done with that. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, you survived that encounter. So yeah, it was wild. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is traumatic. I don't know. It's definitely not one of my fondest memories. That whole scene with Kaneki and like the torture scene was just like, it was so crazy. Like so freaking crazy that they actually allowed that to be shown on screen. I mean, it was technically, it is part of like the whole story, but like still, that was low-key traumatizing. My dad got bitten once, he got fever. Small one are more poisonous, large one have less in most species. Okay, I'm just going to assume all of them just want to kill me, so I'm just not going to care. It's like, if I see you, I'm either gonna try to kill you back or I'm gonna run away. Oh my god. Llama just straight up used her skill and two people died already? Okay, that's fun. Man, sometimes I don't understand the points of commissions like this, cause like, why do we still have daily commissions fighting freaking treasure hoarders? Like, it could have at least been like the local enemies. You can get local materials, you know? But yeah. So today was not fun. I did watch an animal die, unfortunately. It was kind of surprising how fast it died because like I saw it like kind of struggling and it was like breathing really harsh, and all the staff were there like, oh, you know, it's gonna be fine. We'll just let it rest a bit so that it can like calm down and the heart rate will go down and it's gonna be okay. And like literally 15 minutes later, it's like boom, it's dead. It's like holy shit. So that was another traumatic thing that happened to me today. Yeah. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. Anyways, so I have seen too much death in a single day. Much more death than I've ever seen in probably my whole life. Not counting insects, but like generally. Yeah, so that's low-key traumatic. I never want to go back there again. If it's for work purposes, I don't know. I just really don't. You know, like literally, my boss is messaging me like on the close to the usual time I go home, and he's all like, "Oh, are you guys still there?" I was like, "Yeah, we kind of are, but we're gonna go home soon." And he's all like, "Oh, because if you're not done yet, you can like come back tomorrow." It's like, I'm not fucking coming back tomorrow. Like, are you insane? I went in to tell him that, but like basically, you know, the reason why I'm staying longer today is so that I can finish everything today, and I don't have to suffer through this tomorrow. So yeah, sometimes people are just, and you know the crazy thing is, I actually asked him like, oh, because like the time when I was setting up this farm visit, and he was all like, and I was like telling him like, oh hey, you know, are you going with us? And he said, no, I'm not, because I already did that years ago, and I graduated from that whole thing. I was like, you're telling me that you skipped out on going to this farm visit with us today, and then you're telling us like, oh, if you're not done, you can go tomorrow. It's like, I feel like if you had joined us, you would never have considered coming back a succeeding day. It's like, what? Yeah, oh my god. I'm getting way too old for things like this. I don't need this much stress in my life. You know, I took this job because I thought it was going to be chill and I wouldn't have to deal with people. In exchange, I am dealing with too much people every day and I'm doing things I would never have even considered to do at all. I'm not getting paid enough for this. If I find out that I don't get extra pay for this day, if I don't get some kind of extra pay for all the suffering I went through today, I'm gonna be so mad. Like straight up. I'm going to throw hands with my boss. It's like we're basically going through all this trouble and I could have died a bunch of times and you're not going to pay me even like a little bit more money. Like maybe just extra lunch money or something, even though technically lunch was free, but still, yeah. Hardest thing is to find weapon to kill centipede before it crawls away in some tight corner. I don't know. You know, when I was younger, I was very, very courageous against cockroaches. So it's not remotely the same thing because cockroaches are a lot less scary than centipedes. But you know my favorite weapon back then to use was literally to get my dad's shoe, my dad's office shoe, because you know how guys' shoes tend to have like a heavier sole. I would literally get that and smack and run after the cockroach and like just smack it on the ground. And then would just leave it there in the middle of the room. Because like the cockroach was dead, but I didn't want to deal with the cleanup because it was literally the middle of the night. I was like, I don't want to take out a broom and a mop and do all of that nonsense. I'd literally just leave it there in the middle, like the living room, in the middle of the kitchen or whatever. Wherever I killed the cockroach, it would literally just stay there. And so the next morning when my parents wake up, they're all like, what the fuck is a shoe doing in the middle of the room? And then they pick it up and realize, oh shit, there's a dead cockroach underneath. And then they get mad. I was like, what the heck? Did you just leave that there? It's like, yeah, because I did the hard part so you can do the cleaning up afterwards. So yeah. I had to stop doing that though because my dad got mad at me too much. He's like, if you're gonna kill these things, can you at least stop using my shoes? I was like, but your shoes are the best ones for killing these things. They're so much heavier. They're like a lot more durable. Like, why am I gonna use my flimsy ass shoes in comparison? Or like my mom's like ballet flats or something to do nonsense like this. But yeah. Anyways. Actually, wait. Let me... Okay, OBS is working. Okay, good. Because sometimes I forget if like the mute button works or sometimes like that. Yeah. Anyways, it's fine. Blind, do not concern yourself with cleaning cockroaches' bodies. Yeah. Pretty much it. It's like I did the hard part, you know. I did the chasing after them in the middle of the night and then all of that nonsense. So the least you could do is just like do the cleanup afterwards. It's like division of labor. That's what leads to a happy household, you know. Proper division of labor. You don't want a freeloader in your house. So that was my contribution. Like I would kill the cockroaches because my mom also really hates them. She's afraid of them, so she can't actually like chase after them to kill them. Her usual style is like she will just, if it's like hiding in a corner, she'll literally just like death spray that entire corner with like so much insect repellent or not insect, like bygone. Yeah, it's what is that? An insect? No, is it a repellent? I think it's more like an insect killer kind of thing. Yeah, she will literally just like douse the entire cockroach with so much of that stuff, but it doesn't really work because it takes so long to like actually kill the cockroach, and then she gets more stressed because like the longer she takes, like the more she feels like it's unsuccessful, and she has to like keep spraying, and then bygone is so damn expensive that she doesn't really want to waste it. Oh, what is this about? Keep smiling no matter what difficulties you face. Okay, that's shitty advice, but okay. So yeah. Households are weird. I don't like creepy crawly stuff. It's just stressful for everyone involved, and like, I am too old to be dealing with any of these things. Like, I honestly expected that I would like grow out of it because like I'm an adult, you know, like when you're a kid and then you think, oh, you know, when I'm an adult I will have a better life, I can spend my money better, I will have less stress because I'm more experienced. It's like, no, that was a fucking lie. I do have the more money, but not enough money to justify all the suffering, so yeah. And you know the annoying thing is I actually seriously considered looking for a new job again. As is typical for me every single time of this year, because if you've been around long enough, you normally know that around this month of the year, I normally go on an intensive work trip, like a 2 week or maybe 2.5 weeks work trip that is literal hell on my physical and mental health, but I don't really have a choice. So every single time I go through this every year, I always consider maybe this is the year I will change jobs. And you know what, like today, because I showed up to the office earlier than usual and my manager was there, and like the coworker who's under me was not there yet, so he decided to have like a freaking heart-to-heart talk with me, even though I was not awake for it. And wait. Yeah. And he kept saying so many things. He's all like, oh, you know, I really appreciate all the work you've done for me. And it's like, it would be such a huge loss on my part if you decided to like leave me for some reason or another. And it's like, you know, I give you like really high evaluations. Like the only problem you have is productivity because I know that you get lazy sometimes. Like, yes, I'm a lazy person. Like honestly, I'm one of those people who is both a perfectionist and a procrastinator. So I don't want to do anything until I'm sure I can do it perfectly, which is incredibly detrimental and beneficial at the same time, because like I will take fucking forever to do anything, but if I do it, I will do it correctly. So managers tend to have a hard time because like they don't know whether to be happy with me or to get mad at me. Because it's like, yeah, like you're mad at someone because they take so damn long to do the work, but as soon as they do it, it's more or less like fine. Like there's not really much to fix. Especially with like grammar issues and all that, which I kind of excel in. But yeah, so he's all like, yeah, you just kind of have to work on your productivity because like you're always distracted by your phone. It's like I'm distracted by my phone because if I'm not, I'm gonna fall asleep, which is I think drastically worse for you if I fall asleep in the middle of a meeting. So yeah, cause like he was saying like one time when we were having a meeting and we were talking to this one dude, like I could have sworn I didn't actually use my phone that much because I was taking notes. But he kept telling me like, yo, you know the time when we were having a meeting with this dude, you kept looking at your phone, and I think you were reading a book or something. And I was like, I was probably reading fan fiction, but okay. Yeah, it was crazy. But I was like, I still could have sworn I wasn't using it that much, and like yeah, anyways, it's like surprising he remembered that incident, which actually happened like a few months ago, so I don't know. Hotel lobby live streams. God, don't remind me. Those were hell. I did that. I tried doing that so many times, but it's just incredibly not worth it. Like the quality of my live streams during those times goes down so drastically. Like the audio quality is bad, the video quality is bad, and like overall, like everything is like such a pain. Like I can't like by that point I kind of realized it's not really worth it. And you know the crazy thing was like the one time okay, so that was in like the early portions of the stream of my work trip. So there was this one day, it was literally like the middle of the night already. So pretty much all of my coworkers were already asleep. So we're basically like three people sharing one room. So the other two were already asleep, right? So I was saying like, okay, well if they're sleeping, that means I can stream in peace. So my smart idea, which is obviously not very smart, was to stream in the bathroom because I figured, well, at least if the door is closed, it's more soundproof than if I had streamed in the main hotel room, right? And because like the lobby was already closed, basically like the entire reception area was like technically closed. Like it wouldn't be practical for me to stream there either. Like there's no sockets, there's no internet. I was like, okay, no choice. I'll just do it in the bathroom, and then so I'd stream. It was just not a very successful stream. And crazy enough, like when I come back from the work trip, so imagine this is basically like almost 2 weeks later, and then I'm talking to one of my other coworkers, and then he actually tells me that like, oh, did you know that one of your other roommates that time was telling other people that because of me streaming that she had to actually go down to the reception area to the bathroom there. I was like, I was so pissed at that because it's like, literally, I assumed she was sleeping. Like, you've already passed out. This is like past midnight. This is past, like, probably past 1 a.m. Like, you woke up in the middle of the night. You did not even try to knock on the door. And you automatically assumed I would reject you from using the bathroom because I was streaming, and decided to, like, basically gossip to other people in the office that I was being a mean boss because I was not allowing her to use the bathroom in the hotel room. It's like, you know how crazy that is? It's like, if you had told me that time, I would have let you use the room. Like, literally no problem. But then you decided on your own not to tell me anything and then decided to blame me for it. It's like, I don't know. People are so crazy. Like, it's so wild, right? It's like, and you know, like, not to mention, I only did that bathroom thing, like, I think once or twice. Not for sure. I did not do it more than 3 times because I know that point. Like in one of my streams, the internet was just so insanely bad that it wasn't even worth streaming anymore. So I just gave up. Like I just straight up told you guys, like, okay, you know, I can't stream anymore during this work trip, so I didn't even try. So it was crazy that like she literally just took like a one-time incident and just kept spreading it again and again to other people. So I was like super pissed about it. It's like you were the one lacking communication skill. Like literally, you could have just knocked on my door. Actually, honestly, if she just knocked on the door, I would have already understood that she needed to use the bathroom. And then that time my coworker was like saying like, no, but you're the one hoarding the bathroom. It's like I assumed she was asleep. Like, you know, most people don't really wake up in the middle of the night anymore. It's like generally at least at our age, right? If you're older, if you're like senior, yeah, you'll probably like wake up frequently in the middle of the night. But like she's younger than me. Like, obviously, she's not really the type. You wouldn't really expect that she would have issues like, I don't know, needing to go to the bathroom like so often in the middle of the night. So, I don't know. I was just so mad. So yeah, pretty much nowadays I don't trust any of my other coworkers with things like this. Like I'm not really willing to do any streaming stuff with anyone nearby because it's like one time also, like someone almost doxed me because like she was calling out my name while I was in the middle of streaming. I immediately turned off my mic. It's like, do you literally not see that I'm busy right now? Why would you call out my name? But yeah, thankfully the mic was so shit that time because that was also the time when the hotel lobby kept playing music really loudly. So I was forcing my mic to be really soft in comparison because one time when I left it at the normal volume, it actually picked up the hotel lobby music and I got a copyright claim for it. I was like, what? This is so crazy. Like literally for like a few seconds, so that whole VOD I think was muted because of that few minutes of it like playing hotel lobby music. So I was like, yo, never again. I'm never doing this kind of nonsense. At some point, I really just straight up told the receptionist, like, is it okay if you like lower down the music volume? Because you know the crazy thing is she was also sleeping. Like she would play music pretty loudly and then also be asleep. So it's like if you're going to be sleeping anyways, like why should you have music playing so loudly? I'm literally the only person here, you know. So it's like she ended up giving in. She did turn out the music, but like oh my god, so much stress. We're like, you know, like like if you take these as like individual scenarios, they're not even like that big a deal. But because they happen in like quick succession over like a very, very condensed period of time, it feels like everything's just like collapsing on your head. So yeah. I'm not looking forward to the work trip this year. I kept telling my other coworker who's like a higher position than me, it's like if you're ever involved in the process of picking the team members, like could you please give me a normal team? Like straight up, could you give me normal coworkers? Like I don't even need anyone like super special. I just want someone who has like a normal personality that won't cause me any undue stress while I'm there. Because like, can you imagine? Like I'm like doing overtime like every single day. I'm probably working 12 to 14 hours every day for like 2 weeks, and then you're going to put me with like a really crazy ass team and like you expect that I'm not going to like suffer throughout all of this. It's like, do you actually want me to stay here? Like, do you want me to provide good results for you guys, you know? Because like if you want that, you have to put me with normal people, like, or at least balance it out. Like maybe one not super like one not so perfect girl and like one other normal girl, something like that. It's just like because sometimes I always feel like all the bad people go immediately under me. As in the other two girls who are also managing their own teams, they always get like the perfect teams. It's like, is it because they think I'm like stricter that they're putting all the bad ones under me? Because it's like that's just like a recipe for disaster because these people are also going to actively fight against me. Like I don't know. I've had like quite a lot of problems these days dealing with people who are like much younger than me because it's like I respect you that you joined this company, but at the same time, if I give you instructions and you don't listen to me and something goes wrong later on, I'm gonna be very mad. Like if I give you instructions and it goes and you follow me and it goes wrong, I'm going to admit like that's my fault because I told you to do that and it didn't work out well. But if I tell you to do something and you don't listen to me and something goes wrong, that's on you because I already told you what to do. That's like just basic common sense, right? But a lot of people really just, I don't know, I feel like they do it on purpose. This is like, I'm literally not here to make your life harder. I'm here to like give you guidance so that you can do your job correctly because I have more experience than you. I'm literally already finding like the easiest ways to do the job. I'd straight up tell them I'm already giving you a much easier time compared to when I had to learn this shit years ago. And yet people seem to think it's, and I'm still being mean to them. I don't get it. You know, like one time I complained that there was this girl who was not suited for our line of work because she couldn't even do something as simple as like 2 times 9 without having to use a calculator, or let's say getting a 10% of a value without using a calculator. It's like 10% is literally just move the decimal point to the left like once and you're done. It's like, do you need a calculator to do something like that? I don't know. So when I complained about that, people straight up told me I was being mean. It's like because the standards of the office are not that high. It's like we're doing the same job. Like they're getting paid less than me because I have a higher position than them, but like their starting salary was higher than when I started. So it's like, you know how crazy it is that they're already being paid like so much, and yet even like the bare minimum they don't reach, and like, and you're telling me I'm being too strict. It's like you feel that way because these guys are not working under you. If you put these people under you, you would also get so pissed at how much you have to teach them, even like the bare minimum, right? Like, wouldn't you feel that way? So yeah. And you know that time I straight up told my manager that I don't recommend this girl to be like regularized in her line of work because like I feel like she cannot handle our line of work, and he's like, no, it's okay, 'cause I like her because she has heart. It's like I don't need the heart, I need the brain. Cause like, although I mean technically you need both, but like still that time I was like super pissed. I didn't say that out loud. Okay, just to be fair, I did not actually say that out loud. I just said that in my head. But like sometimes when you're there during your work trip, let's like feel like I need you to lock in. I need you to actually do the work. It's like you don't have to be like buddy buddy with me. You don't need to chat with me. You don't even have to like pay attention to me most of the time. But like I just need you to like listen to me when I give you instructions and like do it correctly. Like that's it. It's fine. I don't need to know anything about your personal life. I don't need you to know anything about my personal life. I don't need us to be friends. It's okay. Just do the work. And it's like, my God, it's not really, yeah. And so they regularized her anyways. And then about a few months later, they were having a lot of problems with this girl because she really could not handle the work. And you know, like just a couple of months ago, my vice president, imagine my vice president straight up asked me, like, do you trust this girl with her work? And I should have said no. I told my manager 2023 that she was not good enough to join our company, and you regularized her anyways. And then now we're having problems. Well, actually, she's been causing problems for like a ridiculously long time. It's just that people thought she was too nice to do anything about it. So yeah, can you imagine? She's also, yeah. Anyways, okay, that's a little bit too much. But anyways, basically, so yeah, she was not really suited for the work, and they can't really do anything because they regularized her. And she's like one of those people who's like in the in between. She's like not performing bad enough to fire, but not performing good enough that she actually brings value to the company. So it sucks either way. Oh yeah, welcome to the stream, girl. Oh my god, long time no see. How have you been doing these days? We are just, I don't know, we've been chatting a lot actually. I realize I've been chatting for 40 minutes. I have not made any progress. I'm pretty sure I haven't understood anything in this conversation at all. Okay, well, I'm just gonna read this real quick because like I've already missed a lot of these quest dialogues so quickly. But yeah. Mm, okay. Excess scrap, something something. Wait, she's apologizing to Inefel? Why though? How does she say stuff like this so naturally? Come on, I gotta get it together, okay? Dum dum metal face? Why would Yehuda say that? As far as I'm concerned, my face is indeed made of metal, so I agree with that aspect of your assessment. However, I disagree with the rest. The logic modules that I know created is not dum dum. Yeah. You should be apologizing to my logic module? What? That's so crazy. Yeah. Oh my god, for real. I want to see. I was so close to canceling stream today because I also wanted to see, but it's like, no, I cannot. I feel like I need to get all of this off my chest, otherwise I'm gonna explode. And I think tomorrow I'm probably not gonna be free as well because I am planning on going out with some coworkers to have dinner. So let's see. I'm a little bit annoyed because the place is so far away and I'm not really used to traveling that far, but we'll see, we'll see. I think in the end they still might change their mind, or if they don't change their mind, it's like, you know what, it's fine. So long as I have like a navigation app with me, it should be doable and all that. Humor, oh, humor parameters. Oh my god, it's just a continuation from last time though. Hmm. Okay, okay.
では、ホワイトベリークルムかけを食べましょう。
White to berry. It's still so weird when like a lot of the words don't match what I'm reading online, or reading like in the subtitles and all that.
愛のと旅人さんも一緒に食べましょう。
You know, honestly, every time that I know talks about these things, I always get super hungry, but when I'm looking at them in real life, they're so damn tiny. It's just like a normal size. Because it feels like it's the kind of snack that you could finish like in a single bite. And that's not satisfying at all, you know? If it's like a crepe, it has to be like much bigger so you can have like a lot more filling. And there's like that huge, like, I don't know, that satisfying feeling of like biting into something, especially with like all the cream and like the fruits, especially mango. You know, every time if I ever get the chance to go to like a hotel buffet, I will always be super ecstatic if they have like a crepe making station. And I always always get like kind of like a similar combination of like vanilla ice cream and mango, like fresh mango if they have it, and then probably some kind of like chocolate syrup and like whipped cream like that. I find that so good. Like it tastes so amazing because like usually like the tartness of the mango tends to offset a little bit of like all the sweetness from like all the other things. Let's say the vanilla ice cream, and then you have like the whipped cream is a little bit lighter, and then you have like the chocolate sauce which is a little bit bitter, and like you have like the warm, well, not exactly savory, but like the warm crepe to like balance the hot and the cold aspects. So it's like, oh, such a good dessert. Yeah, it's just difficult to find though, cause like it's not really common in like most restaurants here. I think there are some now that kind of specialize in it. I did find one in a city, like, actually, well, it's not a near city to me, but like doable. And I was like asking my friend about it. She's like, okay, you know, like next time maybe we can consider going there because that's gonna be so good. What the?
なんで車かけを持ってっちゃうんだよ。まだ食べヤボダさん。私に謝る。
Wait. What? Chattier, not funnier? Oh my god, so now Enid was offended again by Yahoda saying that she's not funny.
愛の私のユーモア指数を上げてください。ヤボダさん、椅子に座ってください。
What is going on right now? This
おい、愛の一体どうなってんだ。
I don't know either. What's going on?
私のユーモアで笑うまで返し
Oh
ます。
my god, we have Yandere and Inifa now. What the heck? She's going. This is the reason why movies like, was that Terminator exist? Because of things like this. It starts out with the little things, you know? It's always the little things that cause trauma. Okay, so there we have one anecdote done. So that just took us 45 minutes to do, basically. Wow. I have no sense of time at all. And I was supposed to do some kind of world quest, but I feel like I'm just gonna take it more chill today and just see how far I get. Because I don't really know anyways. I'm still farming for artifacts, but it's been so difficult because everything is just so bad these days. Like, it's been a while. Because, like, you know, there was like this really long phase of time that I had where I basically just gave up farming artifacts because it's like it was just so bad, and like I didn't really want to change anything anymore, and I didn't want to like go through the trouble of like finding new things, which is actually a good idea on my part because I did implement like the whole hidden fort stat mechanic. It's not perfect, but it's like drastically better than if you had just like tried to search like by yourself, I guess. So yeah, like these, you see these are garbage, although they don't have the mechanic of like putting a trash icon onto it. So a lot of these are just not good. Like this one, I feel like I'll probably delete this. This one is maybe passable, but yeah, they're okay. There's, okay, to be fair, there's still too many relics for me to go through. Artifacts, there's too many artifacts for me to go through, but it's not as bad as before. I actually finished this in like maybe one sitting because I realized it was not an interesting event at all. But I just wanted to get it out of the way so I didn't have to think about it. So yeah, so that's how it goes. I feel like Genshin sometimes has a little bit too many events. But like their rewards are okay, but like it would have been easier to just do something a little bit more long term. So, you know, kind of same as the way Star Rail does it. So you're not always like rushing to finish everything. So yeah. Not to mention this, I'm kind of salty about this whole thing because it's taking so long. Like all of the rewards in between are just like pure garbage. Imagine getting 10 heroes wit for all this trouble. 20 of these just to reach a Stellar Fortuna? Like, that's so wild, you know? like the pacing is just completely off. Like who the heck needs 8? Like if you're gonna do it, at least make it 80. Or like 40 maybe if you don't want to be like too generous about the whole thing. But yeah, it's severely unbalanced. I don't really know what they were thinking at that point. But yeah, just gonna farm a little, take it chill. You guys want to chat about anything else? Hear about all of the insane things happening in my life, like today. But yeah, although I did talk about it earlier, but in case like there are some of you who came in a little bit late, if you want to hear about how I died almost a bunch of times today, that's also another thing. But I feel like if I rant about that, we're gonna be stuck here again for like another 45 minutes, which I don't really know if that's a good idea. But anyways, it's fine, okay. There's so many things I have not finished today, actually. I didn't actually finish any of my games before starting the stream. Because normally, I would clear out all of my other games first, which is actually partially the reason why I tend to stream at like 10 p.m. It gives me time after dinner to clear out all of my other games and then like start the stream with like a clean slate. So like by the time I finish streaming, I could just like straight up sleep. But yeah, that didn't really happen. So I have a lot of stuff to do. I don't know, probably after I sleep. I don't really know how long I'll go for today. I might stream a little bit. I might end a little bit earlier. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah. So tired I told my buddy to do my dailies. Honestly, that's so valid. I kind of just prefer not to do that too often though, because I also feel kind of guilty to my friend because I keep making him do so much of my stuff for me. But yeah. Anyways, oh my god, technically I'm already looking forward to dinner tomorrow. I have chocolate milk with me right now, but it's not really like satisfying. You know, the hilarious thing is though, like when I actually, um, why does it always say 2? I could have sworn there was like 3 more. Anyways, yeah, so like when I was actually like preparing this thing, like my mom was like asking me like, weren't you full from dinner? Why do you still want more chocolate milk? It's like because it's satisfying. I want something sweet to make me happy and all that. I also did his when his exam and he was like, okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Is the kind of like equivalent exchange and all that. In my case though, I don't really have much of that excuse because the one I usually ask help from is also my coworker anyways. So yeah. I mean technically he also does have work and like for example, like say during the work trip he also has the work trip, he's also going. So anyways. I don't know if I'm doing Linza's rotation correctly, honest. Probably not. Okay. Llama always seems to deal the final damage. Anyways. Yeah, you know, I actually installed what you call it, a new extension today. It's something called Twitch Enhancer. I don't really know how accurate it is though, because you know, like how I don't know if you guys have seen on Twitter, but basically like, a lot of streamers are kind of like sad right now because their Twitch metrics have been pretty um not realistic. I say or not exactly really inaccurate. Sorry, they were kind of inaccurate for quite a while now. I think all the way since like August, and it hasn't really fixed itself because like at some point Twitch implemented like new changes. They were basically saying like, okay, you know, we're gonna get rid of like all the view bots, all those chat bots and everything, like the non-official chat bots and everything, so that to give you a more accurate viewer count. But for some reason people are like, hey, well, like you got rid of, actually they didn't really get rid of those bots, those fake bots, but they ended up getting rid of like a lot of lurkers. You know, like the people who just watch a stream learning in the background, but they don't really like get too involved with chat and all that. So a lot of people are really mad, especially like how art accounts tend to have like major lurkers. Like probably like for most art accounts, like probably 90% of their viewers would be lurkers. So changes like this would actually like drastically negatively affect them. Because instead of saying like their typical, say 100 viewers, you'd probably only be seeing like maybe 70 to 50, like 50 to 70 of them after the whole update, and it hasn't really fixed itself for like a really long time. So some people were saying like there's an extension that might help you at least have a visual indication of how many more viewers you actually have. Like for example, like right now, if I'm seeing like how many viewers I have versus like what Twitch is showing me as my actual viewers versus what I actually have, and you can see the numbers are pretty different. I actually have like probably double the viewers compared to like what Twitch is telling me. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys who have like all stuck around. But you know, like for especially for accounts that are trying to reach like partner, you know, they have to reach the whole 75 CCV kind of metric. And like that's not even gonna be doable for a lot of them anymore. Because it's like the Twitch numbers aren't matching what the real viewers are. So it's like really sad to think about that, you know. It's like a lot of streamers still use Twitch because it's like the OG platform, but like a lot of times like they don't really know like is it worth it to stay in this platform? Because they're like, "Oh, you should do like multi-streaming." But in actuality, if you are a Twitch affiliate or partner, I'm not sure about partners because I'm only an affiliate, but if you're a Twitch affiliate, you're actually not allowed to multi-stream. Like for example, if I have my stream today at like 10 p.m., I'm not allowed to stream this exact same, like, say, VOD within 24 hours of, like, me having the stream. So, like, if, for example, if I was going to stream to, like, Twitch and YouTube at the same time, you would be better off being a YouTube partner because they allow you to multi-stream as opposed to, let's say, a Twitch partner because you would not be allowed to multi-stream. If you did, you'd be in like violation of their terms of service or something like that, or like basically the Twitch affiliate agreement, which is like kind of crazy when you think about. So it's a lot stricter being like a Twitch affiliate than it is to be a YouTube partner. So yeah, it's one of those weird situations, but like, so in my case, like I'm already a Twitch affiliate, so I don't, it's going to be difficult if I ever try to like switch over to a different platform, I guess. But yeah, oh, it's fine. I think I'm just mostly doing this to like, you know, to build like a community and all that. As for making profit, like, well, that's not really realistic for me anyways. And I do have my day job, which sucks, but like it provides money for gacha, so that's pretty much it. My dad has been annoyed because I don't really have like too much savings. It's just mostly because I don't really tell him how much savings I actually have. But anyways, I'm just annoyed because I have to pay for like so much gas these days. Even though we also use the car like during weekends, but then like it shouldn't that be split? But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, actually just maybe like one more and then we can see if I can do something else. Oh my god, everything is always so bad. What the heck is it? Okay, this is passable. Probably. That's fine, that's fine. This one is garbage. This one is also garbage. Like, I don't know what is it about, like, artifacts always having such terrible stats. Like, I know they're doing it on purpose because they do want you to spend more time on the game, but, like, I would rather spend more time on the game through, like, exploration and, like, world quests than doing, like, artifact grinding, you know? Because artifact grinding, like, the value to effort ratio is so not matched, like, for real. It's like you put in so much effort to find like a single piece out of like 100 that's actually decent. So yeah, and Llama do 140k with her skill so satisfying. Like yeah, it honestly is. Like you just like press it once and like boom, everything explodes. It's so fun. I'm glad I got her though, at least. Although this is very much not the optimal team. I think Llama's actually better off in her own boom team, but I do want to get her to like max friendship, so I'm trying to do that quicker. That's why my team is like, I don't even want Mizuki here, honestly. She's not good for this team. She doesn't do anything, as evidenced by me like pretty much never using her in battle, but no choice. See, oh, Flynn's is level 5. Well, at least that means it gives me a few more weeks to like use him. I think on average, it would take a character like maybe 3-ish weeks. Or was that an entire patch? At least 3 weeks before they reach level 10. Actually, no, probably more. No, probably more. I think closer to like 6 weeks. I think 6 to 7 weeks before they can reach friendship 10. If you're not like doing excessive like artifact grinding, I guess if you're just like doing the typical like how much resin you would get in a day, Because I got Llama pretty early on, and then it's almost the end of Flynn's banner, and she's still like level 8, so more or less around that time. Okay, well, let's see. Wait, which is the next good? Oh, okay, for the Green Island. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do that. Because I'm trying to do like a chain of world quests. Where's this? Is this underground? Which one's near? Okay, maybe this one is near. Yeah, I'm actually like writing things down on paper and trying to remember things and like, okay, that looks suspicious. Hmm. How do I do this one? Okay, cutscene. Or, oh, what's that over there? They're following more tiny ass robots. Oh my god, you know, one of the only good things that happened in like the farm earlier today is that the lunch they gave us was pretty good. Because they had like a beef soup, beef and like potato soup, which was so good. And they had shrimp, and then they had like noodle dish. And well, the rice wasn't particularly good, but it's fine. I think everything else made up for it. And then there were so many puppies everywhere. Yeah, so I gotta not exactly play with the puppies, but they liked me a lot, so they followed me around. And they kept licking me. Oh, licking my feet. I would have shown videos, but then you would also get free feet videos, which I don't really think is a good idea. So yeah, you will only ever see like still pictures if I ever decide to post any, because I tend to forget about things like this. But yeah, although the sad thing is, I'm kind of confused about like the puppy situation, because like a lot of them look super skinny, like kind of like unhealthy skinny, but like at the same time they eat so much. Like because like when we saw them in the morning, they were like super like basically like bones and skin kind of thin, and then after lunch they got like super chunky in the middle, and I was kind of worried like are they sick or something? And the caretakers there were basically saying nah, they're fine. They just ate like too much food during lunch. It's like huh? It's like yeah, because they eat rice. It's like why the hell are you feeding their dogs rice? It's not even healthy. I mean, I think in moderation it's fine, but I feel like the sugar content in rice would be like not really good for most animals in general. So yeah. Anyways, they got super chunky in the middle afterwards, so it's kind of hilarious to think about. And there was actually this one dog who has this specific sleeping spot under the dining table, and it has like because they were saying like oh you know like when he was a puppy he just like basically slept under the table every single day, and now even now that as an adult it grew so big that's actually like longer than the resting space underneath, so his neck is kind of bent at an awkward angle. It's like, how is that comfortable to sleep? And they're like, nah, it's fine. He's just like that every single day. It's like, oh, that's cute, but also like just looking at the neck angle makes me feel pain. Like it's just giving me like secondhand pain. You know, like, I feel like if I slept like that, I would not be able to move the next day. Oh yeah. Puppies are so crazy sometimes. Like no matter how old they get, they're still just puppies. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the stream fan darker track. Wait, sorry. Restart. Restart. Wait, sorry. Welcome to the stream Dragon today. Oh my god. There, I got it. I said that correctly. Oh my god. That's so wild. I feel like I've talked so much today. I'm starting to like jumble my words again, so ignore that. Hmm. Fermenting rice wine in stomach is like, oh my god, there's this like Kimi no Nawa. That was also still low key, like such a weird point in the movie. I think right there was like a specific way to like ferment rice wine by like chewing on the rice and spitting it into like a jar and just keep doing that repeatedly, and then like your saliva will ferment the rice wine. And I was like, why did people think that was a good idea? I don't know. I mean, I feel like at some point some guy was just weird enough to like suggest as a good idea because he just really wanted some like hot girls like saliva wine or something. It's like god, that was so crazy to think about. But anyways, yeah, people, I think people in the olden days were like so I don't know, there's just like so many weirdos back then. It's like how did they even discover things? Like you know like the same concept of like honey. It's like how did they just think like okay, I see like there's a freaking nest there, like which is where all the insects live, and I'm going to crack it open and eat the stuff inside that. It's like, How does that make sense? I don't know. You know, I was complaining about that to someone, and then they basically said, but maybe it's because they saw bears eat it, and they thought that was a good idea. I was like, but why would you be so close to bears if you could see them doing that in real time? It's like you should probably stay away from bears in the first place. Like those things could straight up murder you. It's kind of sad because like bears are like so friend shaped, like their ears are super cute, but they're also one of the deadliest things on the planet. So like you know the general rule, if you are ever in like an outdoorsy place, and let's say you see a wild animal somewhere in your vicinity, if you stretch out your arm and put your thumb like to cover the animal, it's like if you are not able to cover the entire animal with your thumb, that means it's too close to you already. That's basically, I don't know, it's like kind of like literally like a rule of thumb that some people use as to say like, yeah, don't be a dumbass and do not approach anymore, especially with bears, because if they have like little bear cubs nearby, that's just a recipe for disaster. Like you're literally just signing your own death warrant, because it's like if you see the cub before you see the mother bear, like you are so screwed. Like you are just straight up going to like, you know, yeah, fly on the rainbow bridge and all of that kind of situation. So yeah, just I don't know. I feel like it's just not worth it to like touch grass too much. Maybe like artificial grass, or just like in the middle of the city kind of grass, like, but not like anywhere else. I don't know if you guys heard about like this one streamer who actually like took an allergy test just to see what she was allergic to. Like, so like basically the doctors were asking her a bunch of questions. It's like, oh, you know, like what kind of situation do you have going on at home? And she's like, oh, I have like a pet rabbit, I have like a pet cat, I have a pet dog. And the doctor tested her against all of those things, and she discovered she is allergic to all of them. So she's allergic to rabbits, she's allergic to cats, she's allergic to dogs. And then he also tested her against a bunch of pollen and trees and grass, and she's also allergic to everything. And she's all like, Chat, I can't even touch grass, I'm allergic to the grass. And it's like, well, that is so wild. Like how are you alive? How do you literally go out of your house and not straight up like keel over from all the things that you're allergic to? Like I cannot imagine living like that. Like for real. Wait a sec. Why are you dressed like that and acting like it's totally normal? Well, that's my favorite outfit. Like, should I be wearing the same one as the Adventurers Guild? Kuvaki Turbulence. Okay. Paimon thinks we can just skip over the details, but seriously, why are you dressed like that? What are you doing here? And what is even Kuvaki Turbulence? But yeah, oh my god, the free Zhongli. My god, how long is it going to take before we Terravox shows up? This Friday? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually the next live stream, the Genshin live stream. So I'm excited because Varka's actually there, so I'm going to assume that he's actually showing up, right? So Varka is there, Durin is there, Rarir. Okay, I still can never say his name properly. That dude, that freaking bondage dude is also there. So I hope it's gonna be fun, because it seems like there's a lot of powerhouses involved in the next patch, and that's really exciting. I really don't like those kinds of like dead patches, or like those really slow, like nothing major goes on kind of patches. It's like I just want like a lot of action. You know, I want fun stuff to happen. But also, I feel like wait, I don't actually remember seeing Nefer much on the poster. Wait, let me check the Discord. Oh yeah, for anyone here in the chat, feel free to join Discord. Okay, I realize it's an ad break right now, but in case of for those people who are lucky enough to be not on an ad break or something, or I don't know, maybe your ad's finished early, feel free to join the Discord if you would like to get announcements and all that about when I usually stream. That's fun. We're a small community, but I like posting stuff every day. I probably post a little bit too much, especially during working hours. But none of you heard that, okay? You know, we just keep quiet about that aspect, because I tend to get very bored at work very easily. So I need something to keep me entertained and awake, pretty much. So yeah. Oh my god, sublunary. Okay, sublunary sphere. Paimon is Paimon. Oh, that was super embarrassing. Yeah, same because I said that too many times and it didn't turn out well either way. And this is the same person who considers herself like fluent in English. So it's like, yeah, I just definitely not sometimes. Oh my god, I keep ignoring people's messages by accident. Wait. Okay, wait. I was supposed to look at the Genshin server, okay, because it is the live stream, so there's supposed to be the live stream poster. Okay, Nefer is there. Okay, she's there at least. Arlecchino's there too? Wait! Wait, I did not realize that. Okay, for anyone who's here, you could probably look at the stream picture I'm talking about, but like, yo, in the next stream update, the live stream tomorrow, Arlecchino's going to be there. Like, what the heck? I did not expect her to be part of the story, but like, that's so crazy because I really miss her. Like, she's such a good harbinger. Well, I think. She's just really cool as a person, so yeah, I miss her. But yeah, so many powerhouses. We have Durin, Barca, Columbina, Nefer, Arlecchino, and Barrier all in one shot. Like that's gonna be fun for sure. Does that mean you two would be willing to help me with my mission? No idea, honestly. I don't even know what her mission is because I probably like skipped through half the dialogue without realizing it. Why is she suddenly asking about some promise you never heard about? She's gotta be a fake. I'm unsure of it. I told you, I'm not faking. Oh, forget it. Let's put my identity aside for now. Like they say, small steps sink big ships. If we lead the Kubaki turbulence alone, we'll have a catastrophe on our hands before long. Then you should get more people to help. Yeah, I see. It looks like we can't just walk away from this. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, finally. uh. Yeah, oh my god, finally the artist who I commissioned is finally done with the work. So she's going to send it to me? Well, actually, I'm kind of not sure if she's going to send me, like, the version with the watermark or without the watermark. Okay, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet and actually ask her because I would prefer to get one without the watermark, but I don't know if she'll actually be willing. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to I'm gonna be a little bit nicer and just say like, oh, will I get both versions, the one with watermark and without watermark, so it's at least, not like I'm asking for like the one specifically without her watermark. Anyways, so yeah, let's just see what she says. But yeah, that finally it kind of took like I guess 1.5 months before she gave it, but it's fine. It's a little bit too late to regret it now. But I got it, so yay. She tends to send me updates like in the middle of the morning. So it's like most of the time I don't really get to see it until like much later, but it's fine. At least I think it's finally done, so I'm happy about that. Hooray. Let's cut to the chase. These two rotating boulders are the cause of this Kuvaki turbulence. Ever since the time of the first moon shatter, Lady Isla, this Kuvaki and Thunderclap Reef has always been unstable, but things have gotten worse since those two large rocks fell from the sky. As the scripture says, O Moon Maiden, even the immutable laws set by the dread sovereign of the firmament shall bend to your song, and even the tides of time and heaven signs will. Well, what's the next line again? Oh well, I'm sure you get the idea. Yeah, finally. It took a while, but like, I don't know. That's like honestly surprisingly, there was actually another girl who was talking about like how she has had quite a lot of bad commissions lately, in the sense that she commissioned a bunch of artists, and she's given them like specific deadlines and all that because she has to like do like the whole debut and all of those things, and like a lot of them just straight up ignored her deadline. So she was like really unhappy about it because like just to give you an idea, she complained about 12 artists who were giving her a hard time when it came to her commission. And this is a girl who was able to commission 90 artists. So imagine more, like, basically, like, 10%, more than 10% of the artists she was dealing with were actually, like, bad eggs and all that. That's actually a really bad statistic, you know? That's quite a lot of people that were like not actually very professional with the whole thing. So I feel like if you want to be like a good like artist who does commissions and all that, you really do have to pay attention to those things. Like you actually have to like listen to what your clients want because like you're not doing this for free. It's not a charity service. They are literally like you are being paid, you know, to provide a service. So it's like if you're not willing to follow the deadline, then you should negotiate first if you could extend it, or you just straight up don't accept the commission. Like, you know, that's it. Like you just find someone else who can like fit your schedule better. But like if you accept the commission and you don't communicate properly when it comes to like your delays or any changes in the schedule and all that, that's kind of on you because like you have to be professional enough to like communicate properly. Like if you were in a regular office, imagine if you pulled this kind of stunt in like like an actual like corporate office setting, you'd probably get fired, right? So it's like just because you're doing this like as a freelance artist or like in your own free time does not mean that you should basically ignore the rules of like doing business, right? Because that's like a good foundation that teaches you like how to be professional. And in the same sense, if your clients are happy with your work, they're going to recommend you to other people or they're going to brag about the art that you gave them. And especially if they have like a huge community, like you will also end up getting business that way. Like you get like the word of mouth is so powerful, you know? Especially in like small artistic communities, word of mouth is everything. Ugh. Right. The sightings LC makes me stress. Oh no, is this like about the fancy Don Hug? I actually don't know what Lightcone, what free to play Lightcone options he has. Because I mean, I would probably end up getting his signature, but I don't really know if it's worth it to get his signature. But yeah, I was still thinking about it. I actually didn't do research anyway, so I will have to figure that out. But yeah, because like the time when Dr. Ray show was free, I got his light comb because his light comb was just so insanely hilarious. It's like one of those things that I could not get his light cone because you know how rare it is to find like something that humorous. Like he's literally his freaking 5-star signature light cone is of him taking a bath. Like that is his most like memorable moment. He was taking a bath, like, you know, that's so funny. Like, this dude is, like, so unserious. Like, even though he's, like, a professor and a doctor and, like, one of the most accomplished people in, like, the freaking galaxy, he's just so chill sometimes. He doesn't even realize it. Like, he just does so many things, like, out of pocket. Like, freaking being in love with, like, rubber duckies, loving his bats so much, just doing his plaster bust head thing. It's, like, so funny. I don't know, I really appreciate characters like that. At least they're like not like one dimensional and all that. So they have like different motivations and their weird ass quirks and all that. Oh my god, so many things. What are they saying at this point? Hmm. Nose started bleeding like crazy after it took a few steps in. Actually, I feel like I should probably change my messages. A lot of my automated messages aren't applicable anymore because they still keep saying that like, oh, you know, first like if you want to subscribe, there's like a discount in September, but it's already October. So it's definitely not a smart idea to keep that going as is. I will change it eventually, probably if I remember to. Hmm. But yeah, I feel like there's always a lot of improvements I need to make. But you know, one thing I'm really annoyed by recently is because I'm still considering if I should play Duet Night Abyss. It's a well, it's not a gacha game, but it's basically like an open world RPG, kind of similar to Genshin, that's coming out in October 28th. And I was trying to post more about it on the Discord, so I went to the Duet Night Abyss official Discord, and I followed their Twitch feed channel so that it would appear in my own server. And the really sad thing is, it's like I don't know if the moderators or the creators of the Do at Night Abyss server didn't check properly, but because they're not publishing the posts, they're not actually showing up in my own server at all. Like there's issues with like, I don't know if it's like the webhooks or whatever you call it, but like yeah, it's just not working well. So I was like actually trying to tell a mod about it as well, because it's like, hey, you know, like your Twitch feed thing isn't really working. Yeah, it's just empty. It's so freaking empty. Like I'm just straight up debating, like just copy pasting the actual uh messages from like the actual posts from the Twitter there and like doing it manually. It's like, okay, one of the things that you should know that if you want to post Twitter messages properly in a Discord. Let's say, for example, if it's a video and you want to post it like so that it's playable in your Discord, like you should change like the like okay, normally it would be like x.com, right? Like the letter x.com. You should change it to fxtwitter.com. If you literally manually type in fx Twitter, it will improve the link and actually make it like more accessible to you. So like if it precisely if it's a video, it'll actually play the video. Or if it's a GIF image, it will play the GIF. If you just copy paste it directly as like x.com, it's going to be like a static image. So especially for GIFs, it's going to fuck up like the preview because it's going to look like a flat image instead of like whatever the GIF actually is. So every time I check like the Do at Night Abyss Twitter feed channel, it's always like that. Every single one of their posts are all x.com. But if you actually notice, if you look at the other channels I have, let's say for Star Rail official, the Genshin official, you will see that they've changed their post to be fxtwitter.com. So that's why it's able to work properly. Yeah, so another... Okay, nope, that was wrong. What is this about? Throw the fragments at the stone. Ah. Okay, more fragments and all that. But yeah, so definitely one of the things to consider if you ever decide. That's the reason why every single time I post anything from Twitter, you'll notice that it's all been changed to FX Twitter. It's precisely because I know that if you don't change it to FX Twitter, like the outcome becomes weirder, like it doesn't post properly, so it doesn't look as nice. Yeah, that's the problem that the Do at Night Abyss server has, because like they're not publishing their posts. Like they're posting stuff in their announcements channels, but it's not being published. So it's not exactly the same. Like you have to do a special thing, an extra step, which I don't know about because I don't have any like announcement channels technically that can do anything like that. But yeah, so it's not the same. It's not just like, for example, if you post something, it's not the same as publishing something. Publishing means it will actually show up in like other people's servers as well. Oh, what was the point of this? I'm so confused. But yeah, so that's how it goes. Did I mess this up by accident? Nope. Go down, go down. Yeah. So apparently people were saying that the server mods or the server creators did not set up the Do It Nice Abyss thing properly, so that's why it's working out that way. It's kind of like in a weird situation. How do you do this? My god. Wait, I'm kind of like dumb right now. I don't know how to do this. Nothing is working. Is this correct? Ah, it's for these little guys. Okay, okay. I was kind of wondering why we needed to like fix the steps, considering like Like technically like you could just jump over it, so it's not for our sake, it's for these guys. They're so cute though, they're like little rabbits and dogs and all that. Oh my god.
どうやら僕は長く世間から離れすぎていたようですね。
Oh man, I'm still so mad I ran out of chocolate milk so quickly though. This is probably only like a cup, like a single cup's worth. I should buy more chocolate milk though. Chocolate milk is so good. Yeah, I feel like maybe in the meantime I'll probably just copy the stuff from the Do at Night Abyss Twitter and just like post it manually until they fix the situation, I guess. Maybe. If I don't get too lazy about it. Cuz it's like such a waste. I feel like it might be a good game, although people have been comparing it too much to Warframe and I don't actually know anything about Warframe, so I'm assuming people think it's a good comparison because a lot of people are actually excited. They say like, "Oh my god, I really want to play this game because it's like Warframe." But exactly because I don't know if Warframe is a good game or not, and I personally haven't tried it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy the gameplay. Yeah, Naniga Warframe. Yeah, it's apparently an old game, but I think it kind of has its own cult following as well. So people are like, Do at Night Abyss is basically Warframe but anime. So yeah, I guess that's like the easiest way to explain it. Even like I think the equipment menu or like a lot of the user interfaces in the game are very very similar to Warframe. I wouldn't say it's like a copycat exactly, but like the feeling is definitely there. So it can be good, it can be bad because some people don't like the concept of like, oh, you're not original, you're just like copying an existing game that's performing well. But some people are like it's like it has maybe enough of its own new factors to balance it out. We'll see. I don't know anything about the story though, so and I don't really want to see too much spoilers. It's like I would prefer to explore it myself and then see how it goes. But unfortunately, I have a feeling that's going to go live in the middle of my work trip, so yeah, that's the difficult thing is I don't know if they have like a daily commission kind of policy. If they have something similar to that, I will probably have to play in advance, even maybe not on stream. I'll see. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky because like I would have preferred if like the work trip would happen after, but I don't know if they're gonna be that generous with the timing. So we'll see. I will if I ever go on a work trip and if I leave for an extended period of time, I will just announce it in the Discord. So feel free to like pay attention there, I guess. But yeah, although I will try to stream, but I just feel like it's kind of unlikely. Unless I'm in the situation like maybe I have my own room, which is also probably impossible because the office is not that generous to give me my own room. Papa Wrench? What the heck? A few good bucks will do the trick per cut of maintenance. To be fair, there have been a lot of cases where you can actually fix electronics literally just by smacking them. I don't really know what is it about like electronics and like being smacked that makes them work sometimes, but like, yeah, it can help actually. Oh, actually, someone did say that if you want, like, okay, I don't really know how true it is, but I feel like some people have discussed this. But if you're ever in a situation, let's say your phone screen is like the colors are like bleeding or they're not really working out as well, you might consider like playing Genshin or like updating Genshin because normally Genshin is one of those functions. It's going to like compile all the shaders and like kind of fix them and update them. So there actually have been cases, like literal cases, where Genshin, like playing Genshin has fixed their cell phone screen problems. So yeah, I watched a video of it. I'm assuming that video is real because like the graphics are way too shitty to be like an AI generated kind of thing. But yeah, so if ever, that might be something you can consider trying. Like who knows, if it does work out well, you would have just saved yourself quite a lot of money that would have otherwise gone to repairing a phone that could be repaired by a game. So yeah, Tikotaku saved the world. My god, it has been ages since I've last heard that tagline. Dude, does Hoyoverse still use that tagline actually? Because I know MiHoYo used it. Yeah, also, fun fact, MiHoYo is actually derived from the word Miku, like from Hatsune Miku. So yeah, that's the source. I don't know where the Hoyo came from though. I kind of forgot that part because it wasn't really interesting to me. But the Miku part is funny. So can you imagine a bunch of weebs who are so obsessed with Miku they literally started a company with her name in it? And now it's one of the biggest companies in the world. Hooray! Genshin has grown so much. Like, can you imagine how old this game is? Like, we're literally 5 years. We have been in this earth for so long. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. Anyways. Do we hit another thing in the sky? Okay, I can't reach that. Am I too low? I should probably get like a higher vantage point. Genshin's such a vibe. You such a shitty vibe sometimes, like honestly. Yeah. I mean they have made a little bit of improvements, but not as much as I would like, considering how old this game actually is. But, at this point it's like kind of you just kind of get used to it, I think. It's fine. Like, the older you get, sometimes your tolerance level either goes much higher or much lower. There's like no in between.
心配してくれ
But
て
yeah, I feel like I really enjoy Genshin in the sense that it actually raised the standards a lot for quite a lot of games. Because like some people are posting about how, like gacha games a few years ago, like probably like 5, 10 years ago were like pretty shit quality. Like it would have been like 2D, like so much pixels, like freaking PNG style like graphics is just I don't know, like really just not good gameplay overall. And then now you had like this freaking behemoth Genshin that just showed up out of the blue, and then now it basically set the standard. Like if you want to be a really good gacha game, you have to be like on this level. Like you have to be on par with this. Otherwise you're not gonna survive, and people will just keep comparing you to Genshin and say like, oh, you're so shit in comparison. That's basically how I felt with Tower of Fantasy. Because, I was actually watching people who were doing the beta testing of Tower of Fantasy, and I realized, pretty much my comment to every single one of those people is like, why do the characters move so much? Like, if you're in the middle of, like, say, a cutscene or a story quest, or, like, in general, like, you're talking to a character, and they keep, like, switching from one foot to the other, keep on like touching their hair, crossing their arms, uncrossing their arms, putting their hands on their hips, tilting their head. It's like they're doing so much movement in such a short period of time. It will literally straight up give you motion sickness. Like that's how annoying it got for me. And like by that point I was watching them like grind some aspects of the game. It's like there's literally nothing to do other than grind, and there was quite a lot of difficult exploration mechanics. I was like, if you are playing on mobile, like how easy would it be for someone to do this? I just kept thinking that, because like if I was on PC, I would probably be fine. But if I was doing this on mobile, I would just straight up quit within like a day or two. I never played Tower of Fantasy actually. I didn't play precisely because I watched other people who played, and I found nothing interesting about it, like zero. I could not bring myself to enjoy any aspect of the game. So yeah, I guess my senses were right, because you know how that time they kept bragging that they were going to be like the next Genshin killer. They literally kept advertising themselves as that. I guess in nicer terms. Basically like they were going to be like the next big thing, like bigger than Genshin, and I just knew like they could not match the level at all. So I don't know. I was like, just straight up, like I refused to play, and I was right, because just I don't know. I'm assuming the game is still alive, but you literally never hear anyone talk about it anymore. So it's kind of a waste, Like I'm pretty sure the devs put a lot of like their heart and effort into it, but sometimes if you're not really like very clear on like what the market wants, or like in general, if you're, I don't know, I'm assuming these guys are also gamers, but like sometimes if you're like a different breed of gamer, you're not going to, if you're not like the typical type of player, like the mass market type of player, you might not be able to view things from like a more general perspective, and then you're going to have like a skewed bias on like the game that you're making. You're gonna think this is the best game ever, the best game made because I made it. But in reality, like your tastes as a gamer might not match like the other people. So yeah, it could be very good in its specific niche, but like outside of the niche, if you're target attempting to target like mainstream, you're gonna have a much harder time, I think. Uh, I found it really funny how much people got out of their way to hate this game. No, I'm not doing it on purpose though, because like I did try. I did try to watch a lot of streams. I actually watched quite a bunch of people all playing it because I was also anticipating to play. And then the more I watched, like the more I just really couldn't bring myself to enjoy it. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I was excited for it. Like initially I really was like looking forward to playing something other than Genshin because I think that time it was kind of like a slow time for Genshin. There wasn't really much going on. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like okay, the people are hating on Genshin. Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of people that hate on Genshin a little bit too much, honestly. Cause like you could just not play it, honestly. Like if you don't want to, if you're gonna complain so much about Genshin, you could just not play it. Like literally, no one's forcing you to play the game. Like that's it. Like for me, I didn't like Tower Fantasy, and I never played it, so like that's it. Like my comments will only go up to the point where I watched like the beta testing and like that's it. As for anything else, anything out of that, it's like I have no comment because I never even played it. So that's it. But yeah. So much I think Genshin propaganda videos on YouTube and Genshin bot. Honestly. So yeah, even for me, like I get it, it's okay to have like constructive criticism, but like sometimes when it goes into like too a little bit too unrealistic or too negative, it's like I don't really want to get your opinion. I don't really want to get their opinion anymore because it's like we don't vibe. Like we don't really have like the same perspective on like a fundamental basis. Because like if you're criticizing things because you love the game and you want it to improve, that's one thing, you know. That's a very valid thing to do. But if you're criticizing a game because you hate it, like there's literally no point. Like you're literally just wasting your own time and effort. Like you could just not bother, right? If you don't have any intention of playing, then don't play. So like, and then if you don't play, don't talk about it. That's it, you know? Because like me, a lot of the comments, a lot of the criticism I had on Genshin when I was fighting with my friend, literally back in 2022. Like imagine, I was fighting with my friend about, or more like, technically it was more like a one-sided fight. Like I explained my reasons and she got mad at me. But basically, like a lot of the issues I had were like, for example, if you get a new character now, you get Flynn's now. And then you cannot access Nodcry's region or story without finishing every single region before Nodcry. So imagine Mondstadt, Rie, Inazuma, Enkanomiya, Sumeru, the Chasm, Fontaine, Natlan. If you can't do any of those regions and you can't reach Nodcry, you won't be able to get his materials. Like, how realistic do you think it would be for a newbie in literally today to play this game? Basically, no, right? I mean, you're going to roll for a gacha character, and you're going to have a 5-star character sitting in your inventory doing nothing the entire time? Like, make that make sense, right? Like, who the heck would do that? And you know that time when I told my friend that, you know what her comment was? It's like, I don't want the game to be so easy. I was like, but like, does it matter to you? Like, you're already a veteran. Like, you literally played the game from like launch. So what does it matter to you if these updates would benefit newer players, right? And you know what she told me? She said that I was being insulting when I called her a veteran. It's like, how is being called a veteran insulting? That's like a literal thing. Like, you literally are a veteran. It's not a subjective opinion. Like, you are objectively a veteran player because you literally played on day one. You know, so like obviously a lot of the changes that I'm asking for are not targeted for people like you. They're targeted for new players because you want new players to actually play Genshin and stick with it. Like you want them to be able to get Flints today and actually access Nodcry with let's say quick start function or teleport waypoint and then get his materials to build him so they can actually start using him already. Like, cause as veterans, we do have like the benefit of like being updated with the game, so we don't have these problems. But again, like, do you need the quick start function? No. Like, if it did not exist, would it bother you? No. So it's like, why should you care so much? It's like it's literally not designed for people like you. Again, it's just like the whole accessibility issue. Like accessibility benefits those who are like less able. Like for example, let's say if you are on a sidewalk and you have okay, I did talk about this before, but like in case for those of you who are not there in that specific stream when I talked about it, but imagine like for example you are on a sidewalk. You know like how a lot of sidewalks nowadays normally have a certain section of it where they would have like a ramp, right? So that ramp is normally designed for let's say a wheelchair user or like a less able-bodied person so that they could like get over the sidewalk more easily. So normally, if you're like an able-bodied person, you're gonna think, why do we need this ramp? This ramp is so useless. I'm never going to need it. And then you're gonna think like, that's just for wheelchair users. Like they're not gonna like it's like, but there's so few of them. So why should it matter whether we had that ramp or not? And so you're gonna keep thinking like, this is so useless. It's such a waste of like the government money. This is like a waste of taxpayers' money. So that they could have been doing something else to benefit people like me. Kind of like that. But in reality, for example, if you think about it, if you are an able-bodied person who are suddenly pushing around a cart, a very, very heavy cart full of so much stuff. And then you need to get over that sidewalk, and then there's no ramp anywhere. You might think, wow, it's like it's so hassle. How am I gonna get this cart over the sidewalk? Like, there's no way for me to get it there because what if I push the cart up and it tilts over and like my stuff falls out or something breaks or whatever? And so then you feel like, oh, maybe it would have been a good idea to have a ramp after all because now I would have been able to use the ramp. So again, accessibility benefits everyone, not just like disabled people or like less able-bodied people, basically. So it's the same concept with a lot of games as well. You design elements or quality of life changes that help everyone, not just veterans, not just newbies, but everyone. So like people can enjoy the game better. That's why it takes so much time to implement changes because you have to test it. You have to actually see the value in doing these things. You don't want to just cater all of your changes to like a category of people and ignore everyone else, right? Oh my god, I keep ranting about this, but like yeah, I'm always like very firm on that decision because I know it was a good move on Genshin's part to actually help newbies like do quick start function, like those quick access things, like giving you materials during the trial quest, like all of those little things benefit people, like benefit everyone. Imagine like those free materials they give you during the trial quests. Like they help me too. Cause like what if I don't want to get all the flowers, all the freaking flowers because it takes me so much time and there's like a freaking 48-hour cooldown. So even just that little bit helps me, fill up his quota faster. It's not even like a big deal, but like it helps, every little bit helps. So that's just the whole concept. Like you work together as a society to make changes that benefit everyone so that everyone can enjoy living their life, with less problems. Like problems that could be solved if people had just been a little bit more sympathetic with each other. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sort of backward a little bit because I feel like I ranted quite a long while. But yeah, if you wanna see Tower Fantasy update, there's a video like revisiting Tower Fantasy in 2025. I watched it removed and added a lot of things. The legendary early access if only we had that. Yeah, well, I do hope they made improvements though, but this point it's like a little bit too late for me, so I'm not really interested in playing that anymore. But yeah, it's still good though. The fact that they're still alive in this day and age is also some kind of miracle, so good for them. Okay, well, let me see. Oh, Palm. Yeah, okay. I am the dawn's first breath upon the world's weary brow, the final draughts of nectar drawn from a bitter well. I am mother to all and what is with this girl? Who is she? Seems like this place is turning into a gathering spot for priestesses. I don't even know what's going on. I sent that video in Discord. Oh, okay, okay. I will check that later. But yeah, it's still, it's definitely an interesting perspective, honestly. But yeah, so if anyone ever decides to like argue with me about why accessibility isn't that big a deal, feel free to fight me because I will fight you on that as well. Like I'm perfectly able-bodied as well, but like I know how important accessibility is to like society as a whole. Why does she feel so big? Like does she feel big to you? Like her size in terms of perspective? I don't know. Because it kind of feels like she's even bigger than this girl, and this girl's supposed to be like closer to us. Maybe I'm just like looking at it weirdly, but yeah. I know now that I'm sick how important lift is. Yeah. Like elevators, you know? Like people always like to say like, "Oh, you know, you should just like take the stairs for your health." It's like, "Yes, I can take the stairs for my health, but I would like the option of having an elevator." Because it's like you will not always be in a situation where taking the stairs is an option. You know, like I went to a building before that I was visiting someone and their house was on the fifth floor. So like, yay, fifth floor is pretty easy. And you know that building frequently has problems with their elevator. Like they have to like update it or replace some parts and everything. But that building only has one elevator. And that building goes up to floor 30 plus. And I just straight up was, how do people who live on the 30th floor even leave their house in the morning? Like, you know how insane that is to climb up that many stairs for the entire duration that the elevator isn't working? Like, that's so sad, you know? So yeah, never underestimate how important things are to like day-to-day life. Like, people take advantage of it too much, honestly. They order Lyft like Uber. Oh my god. You know what you should do? You just call like those what those like furniture movers. You know like how some furniture movers actually have a crane with them because rather than let's say carrying your sofa through the stairwell, they would literally just yoink it up outside the building and just like push it through your window. Which honestly that's like so much better. Yeah. The big ass crane. Yeah, that's real though. That's like a legit thing. I've seen so many videos of companies just straight up doing that. Because it's so unrealistic. Like you're gonna ask what, two people to like lift a sofa and carry it up like 20 flights of stairs when you could literally just get a crane, just extend your crane, just like push your sofa through the window. Especially if you have a balcony, like the window is like basically like a sliding door. Like who wouldn't want that, right? So yeah, especially in like those places with like rich celebrities and all that, they probably just do that. Like, no way you're going to just get people to like physically pick up your sofa and just like drag it through a tiny ass escape stairwell. Oh my god, that is hell. That's like literal hell. Hmm. I'll use the moon goddess's favor to give your head a very enthusiastic blessing. The heck is this girl on about? Yeah, are you a priestess or a thug? My god, one brain cell with Paimon. One brain cell. What, do you want me to bow, kiss the forehead of the scammer, and sing her a dainty hymn while we're at it? Now's not the time for etiquette. Her desires unfurl before me like threads, and I have traced their destined weave. But this is no place for us to speak. Welcome me, and I shall lay bare the tapestry, or something. I don't really know. We're kind of in a weird situation now where I'm pretty sure I'm reading all the dialogue and it's just none of it's absorbing into my brain right now. Tell them moonshiners are homie. Yeah, we're friends with people in high places, you know? We know all the big guns around here. We're freaking friends with your moon goddess. I think that counts for something, you know? Are we gonna get struck by lightning? Yeah. We meet again, hero of Elysium. Get it right, it's heroes, plural! Now head over the fragment, imposter! Yeah, it's a pretty place, or you heard the lady, hand it over! Yeah, we're gonna be polite because it's always fun to play like a good cup, bad cup situation. You make the other person look worse. As what you seek not right before your eyes. You would give up without a fight. Guess I'll just have to give you that blessing to the head. Wait, what did you say? You're just giving it to us? Then why have us come all this way in the first place? Because this is where it must happen. Fate demands it. I have waited too long, endured too much. All for this moment, all for the birth of a god. But it matters not. Soon it will end, and a newborn god will drape the world in true joy. What are you even talking about? Via, I have glimpsed it in the mirror of stars. There is no place for her in a world where the god has now been born. First off, it's Verna, not Via. Don't you know how it's? Don't you know it's? Wait, you weren't talking about me, were you? Indeed. So then, what must be done? The ending you seek awaits. Hey, wait. We're not here to hurt you or anything. We're just so vague and cryptic all the time. It's getting Paimon's nerves. Yeah, honestly, like people just can't straight up say what they want to say, and then like they want to make our lives difficult, but at the same time complain we're taking so long to free them from like their eternal curse or something. It's like, bro, just freaking tell us what to do. It's like going around in circles is not helping anyone, you know? Now, what's with the Kuvaki turbulence around here? Why is that fragment in your hands? This ending we seek would sure be nice with an explanation of, well, anything. Patience. Once all comes to an end, we will meet again. Bro, is she just ditching us? You seek answers, do you not? When the moment comes, the path ahead will open. Well then, I shall await you at the court of the first edict. Oh, but isn't the court of the first edict already? Oh, Nightingale, Nightingale, who soars... Okay, wait, I can't even read that. That's so fast. Who the heck does... You know, every single time they have like that black text, black screen, white text situation. It's just so fast. They don't even give you the option to like press for next. So it's like really annoying. Oh, what is that? Looks like something's woken up. Okay, so we're going to fight and hopefully not die in the meantime.
蒼月よ、永遠なる清風の祝福。水遊びの時間だよ。やっとだ。悪夢よ悪夢よ飛んでいく。
ほらさ地の底へやふっは星塚に
Oh, there. Well, okay, that was so fast. That was incredibly underwhelming, honestly. Ah, this is unbelievable. Who does this fraud think she is? The nerve of her, taking control of a sacred Frost Knight scion and turning it against us. Basically, it'd be pretty. That's the only thing she can do, though. I don't think I built her correctly, but I don't know. Maybe. I think I gave her Viridescent, probably. Yeah. I'd be giving that head of hers a blessing and a sermon. Is she really taking control of it, I wonder? Anyway, first things first, let's gather the remaining Kuhenki on the island, extract the last fragment from the moon mirror, and stabilize the disturbance once and for all. Actually, how long is this quest going to take? Because if it's taking too long, I just want to sleep. I'm like so close to passing out right now, but I feel like the adrenaline is just keeping me awake. But then I also have other stuff to do. It's almost midnight. Oh, it's such a good moment though. I feel like it would be such a waste to end stream so early. Oh, maybe a little bit longer. Let's see if we can finish this one. Okay. Okay, that's not too hard then. We just kind of have to find those Seelie-like things. And just lead them... Could have sworn I did something like this already. I can't stop thinking about the Chainsaw Man movie. I miss it so much. Like I only got to watch it once, but it's still so good. So honestly, if any of you like Chainsaw Man and you haven't watched the movie yet, I would highly recommend it. It's so fun. I have the opening song and the ending song on repeat in my car, like basically every single day. And like, are we gonna die? What are these things for? I'm confused. Oh, are we supposed to strike lightning here? jump. Hey, I wasn't jumping a while ago. This is not the one. This one? Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, so I'm supposed to wait for when it shows up here in this spot. There we go. Okay, I kind of don't want to fight that thing anymore. Wait, this... Oh? Wait. Am I... Oh! I'm not done yet! Oh, hey, I'm not done yet. Okay. Okay, okay, that should be okay. Oh, what else is there? Oh! Flins! Flins! Oh my god, he could have died. What is it about me dying today? What did I even do? Oh, that was so close. Okay, that almost straight up murdered us as well. But we're good. We survived. Kind of. Oh, yeah, welcome to the stream, Meryl. Yeah. We are doing a world quest right now and trying not to die in the meantime because, like, my god, what was that? I got shot in midair with, like, a freaking frozen while it's raining. Yeah, I don't know. These are the kinds of things that tend to happen on stream. It's so crazy. The enemy, yeah. Yeah, hope you have a great time here. This enemy design is so good with all the months. That is true. Very true. What is this? Ooh. As... Oh? Joke. Wrong. How you be like, see Nintendo and be afraid. Wait. I can figure this out. Or not. Oh, wait, no! I'm pretty sure I pointed to the blue thing. Why does it still keep going to red thing? No, we can do it. We can do it. There! I think. Did I do that correctly? But one of the floor puzzles just disappeared. Oh, okay. And I'm guessing we move it here? There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god, it just needed a little bit of brain power and then we did it. Like, sometimes I honestly doubt myself so much. Like, do I actually know what I'm doing? Huh? And here we are again. Okay. Do I know what I'm doing? Probably not. Throw the fragments at the stone. Aren't I? Oh, and I just got the other stone from here. Good. Okay. Okay, so that's what I have to do. Oh. These Not Cry Beasts look so cool, and there's Hydra with just shelled octopus. Yeah, I like the unicorn looking ones much more though. Oh, another fragment. Nice. Nice. See, all according to plan, the Kubaki turbulence has been neutralized. That was nothing like your original plan, with all these accidents along the way. Paimon can't tell if you're optimistic or just shameless. Shameless! My god, you know it's serious when even Paimon's berating you for being so fucking shameless. I'll take that as a compliment. After all, being pessimistic and risk-averse won't get us through situations like this. Okay, fair enough, but Paimon can't help but wonder, why are you out here all on your own? Shouldn't the other Science be helping out in some way? Well, since you helped me get this far, I suppose I should come clean. This island is, in a way, considered a forbidden place for us Frostmoon Science, and I may have committed an even greater sin. Forbidden, but we were able to just walk in. In our territories, that's not so uncommon. What truly holds people back isn't the walls they see, but the ones they built within their hearts. Oh my god, she got freaking philosophical. Oh my god. Why? Paimon literally just says the exact same thing that I say, like literally a sentence after. Like, I don't even know if that says something about me or says something about Paimon. Anyway, don't dodge the question. Ahem, seriously though, I wanted to try solving the problem using robots. You probably noticed already, but most of us Frostmoon Science aren't exactly big fans of tech. I thought if my plan went well this time, maybe I could finally convince those blockheaded, well, I mean, those very steady, if rather conservative higher-ups to reconsider their stance. Hold on, I can say that, can I? Technically, the robots were part of our operation, and since we succeeded, they clearly played a part in our success, right? Even though the part they played wasn't constructed. Pretty sure my part in your success is even greater. Of course, your contribution is beyond question, but for the greater good, sometimes a little rhetorical embellishment is necessary. Oh, okay, I can't even convince myself. Oh yeah, look at this stream, Ollie Fantasy. Yeah, I miss you guys as well. Thank you for joining today's stream. Yeah, we are doing a world quest in Genshin right now. I'm not entirely sure how far we are along, but I'm going to assume that we're closer to the end, hopefully. But hey, if not this time, then there's always next time. I'll keep pushing forward, and one day these little fellas will make a big difference. I believe they will. Okay, but before we talk about the future, those two big rocks, they flew off in that direction, right? They did, and if we go that way, we'll end up at the court of the first edict. Wait, isn't that where the strange lady, you know, the one who seemed even more priestessy than you do, Verna, said she was headed? You're breaking my heart, Paimon. Even now, you still think that suspicious lady's priestess act is more convincing than I am? Anyway, I'm sure she was just bluffing, because, well, the court of the first edict was sealed off 500 years ago. Everything's going back to the freaking cataclysm at this point. Like, everything started from there. Anytime you see them mention, oh, 500 years ago. Like, yeah, I know this is... I know where this is going. That place used to be one of our sacred sites. 500 years ago, Lady Isla, the moon chanter, witnessed the birth of the Moon Maiden, personally sealed it shut. Forget some outsider con artist. Even after generations of moon chanters, no one has ever broken the seal Lady Isla placed. It's not for a lack of trying, just that no one's ever succeeded. What if the lady we saw a while ago was actually Lady Isla? I don't know, maybe. Ugh, but that leaves us with no clues at all. How are we supposed to track her down now? Don't worry, I've already come up with another brilliant plan. Although, it might just need a tiny bit of prep. Just a little. Probably. Okay, I'll go clean up the robots first. Thanks for all the help. And oh, fair Frostmoon, weave for me a gentle hymn, and bless the nightingale-hearted wayfarers. For ye have stolen the fell curse of the north wind, and the silver spire that sought to pierce the firmament shall no longer... well, I never did memorize Lady Isla's prayers properly. Anyway, thank you, and may we meet again. Okay. I'm surprised that finished, right? I feel like that's definitely not done, though. I feel like there's going to be, like, continuation or something. So let's just check off for a green island. That is such a weird title, honestly, but why is it? I feel like there's definitely gonna be more Primo Gems later on. What is this symbol? I actually haven't paid attention to this. Empowered state. Okay, does that really matter right now? I don't know. anyways, actually, let's see if there's any other. Okay, I kind of. Oh, okay. Oh my god, there is another anecdote. Okay, let's probably just do this final anecdote and then make it. Maybe we could like end the night. Actually, no, it's not that I'm out of quests. It's that I actually haven't triggered the world quest, so they're not on my list. I've actually done very, very few. There's like a bunch more. Like, I don't know if you can see it on the map, but like there's like these that I literally have not actually bothered to find. There's a bunch of them somewhere that's just vaguely. I've been avoiding them. I've literally been like avoiding them like the plague. I have not gone anywhere near, which is why you can see this whole section is just like freaking black. Because I haven't tried to approach this at all. I don't want to accidentally trigger it when I'm not ready for it. I do want to actually have like a proper checklist to see like, oh, which ones I did, which ones I didn't do, and like which ones are left, kind of like that. Here we are again with his. Oh my god, this is his food. I'm guessing this is all the snacks that he eats. What is this? Pastry, a meat platter, and lamb chops. Oh, that looks so good. I'm so hungry right now. What is this like? I kind of feel like this is like a salmon Wellington kind of situation. It looks a little bit like salmon. And yeah, this is pork. There's like pork belly and sausages, and then mashed potatoes with like lamb. Everything makes me so hungry. Oh, I really want to eat food right now, but it's so late at night that it's not gonna be healthy for me at all, and I'm going to get like acid reflux or something. Yeah. What is Flint's thinking about so deeply? Are you taking stock? Or like, it looks quite a lot.
確かにかなりの量ですね。普段用と緊急時用の物資を差し引いても、突然訪ねてきた同僚に分け与えられるほどです。何しろ僕個人はあまり使いませんから。
Yeah, why did he get so much anyways? If he says that he doesn't actually need a lot of food, it would be such a strange behavior to like get so many.
ランプオイル、ろうそく、皮、紙。
Oh my god, this dude. He basically, I don't know, he doesn't really live much like a human, honestly. But also, it's kind of fun to know he's an alcoholic, so that's. But like in a probably nicer way, honestly. It's fun. I do like alcohol a lot. I just don't get to drink it often because it's not very healthy for you either way.
その表情。
Yeah, what emergency food did you buy?
これ
Exactly.
らの物資は長期の保存に耐えられるよう
Special processing.
が施されています。
What do you mean by special processing? Cured meat is as tough as tree bark, and the biscuits taste like tossed out newspaper. Oh god. God, Flins. Why do you have shitty taste in food? What the fuck did you do? It sounds like you're speaking from experience. Oh, there are times when one has no other choice. I tried to extract nutrients from this food before. Yeah, I'm impressed you managed to eat it. I can't be a vampire today. I sat in the sun for a while, felt like ascending in comfort. Oh my god. I don't like the sun. Honestly, most of the time, like probably like 80% of the time, I really dislike the sun. I do like wind though. I like cloudy days the best because they're probably the least hassle because you don't have like the freaking sun trying to murder you and you don't have the freaking rain trying to drown you. So when it's cloudy and windy, it's like it's much more comforting, I think. Oh my god, Flins. Literally just absorbing all the food. And can you imagine he put Rare's heart in that thing? I don't know, was Rare eating any of this food at the same time? It was like mild sun, like someone turned off the knob. Oh, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. No, no. What's with the shitty jokes? It's the freaking dad jokes, you know? Wait a moment. How do you know what it tastes like then? There have been a few more desperate moments when I've been trapped alongside other poor souls.
お分かりかと思いますが、僕が火を使って夕食をとったら、
You know, I think at this point you could probably use any method. I don't really think they'd care either way, because like they already know you're a weirdo. So eating from your lab is not really gonna change your opinion. You know, it's fine. It's probably not a big deal. Attempt to swallow this food as they would. Although try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down into smaller pieces, some of which I stuffed into my mouth, and some of which I dropped into my lantern when no one was looking. Yo, Flims is so crazy.
あまりにも食べるのが遅かったので、自分たちに食べ
And then they gave him more? They gave him more food?
彼らは僕
Ah, man, though, that makes his colleagues love him so much. Can you imagine? Like, they're so worried they straight up give you more food. If I ate slowly, my coworkers would literally finish off all the food in front of me, and I would be so pissed. So, yeah, there have been a lot of times like that actually, because I'm generally not a fast eater because I like talking. Because I have this principle, if I'm talking, I'm not going to eat at the same time. Like, it's like, you know, just for basic courtesy, because like you don't want to talk with your mouth full. So it's just one or the other. Like, I will eat or I will talk. There's no in between. And so my time spent eating is drastically cut short by the time I spent talking. So, yeah. So pretty much any time I have to stop talking if I really want to eat faster. If I ignore everyone else around me, I'm gonna be a super fast eater. But if I want to be a decent human being, I have to make small talk and all that frou-frou whatever nonsense. And yeah, so that's how it usually ends up. I have to talk to people who I don't want to talk to, and then I end up not eating fast enough, and then the food runs out. So you kind of lose in either situation. Yeah, basically. I want to eat loaded fries. Oh my god, loaded fries sounds so good. I really like French fries actually. Especially when there's like so much toppings, like especially meat sauces and like all the cheese, especially cheese. I love cheese so much. But yeah, it was really funny though, because there's actually like in the cafe that I usually go to, like the one that I'm a regular at, they do offer fries as well. It's not as good as like some other fries that I've eaten before, but it's okay. But the sad thing is when I was telling someone else to try their food as well, they ended up getting, let's say, a Taiwanese sausage dish as well as French fries. And he was complaining to me because he said after that meal, he basically stayed on the toilet for like half an hour because his stomach couldn't handle all the greasy food. I was like, that's kind of on you though. Like, if you know that you're not good with greasy food, why would you order so much greasy stuff at once? Like, you should have at least had a balanced meal, you know? Add some rice or noodles or something so it's not just pure oil. So yeah, I don't know if he's willing to eat in that cafe again though. I was like I like the cafe though. I'm okay with the food there, so I don't know why. Sometimes that's the difficult thing about trying to recommend restaurants to people, because it's like you know the food is good, but people will probably not agree with you sometimes, even though objectively you know it's good. But like sometimes you judge like, am I the one with bad taste, or do people just have shitty taste? Yeah. I'll flush it down with soda. Yeah, that's also an option, honestly. Just like to get rid of that like greasy feeling. How can one not have bread or rice in a meal? I mean, for some Western people, it's usually French fries is already considered like it. That's like the carbohydrate in your meal, right? It's just that it's also very greasy, so it doesn't really work that way. I don't know. Like, for me, if the meal is if I order a steak and there's already French fries, I'm not gonna order rice anymore. Like, that's it. Like, the carbohydrates is like the French fries. Eating any more would be like a little bit too overkill for me. Although I do like rice a lot, but sometimes it's just I feel like it's not really worth all the extra calories and all that. I am trying to like cut back on my food. It's just difficult because I'm in a constant state of hunger. And being an adult that is constantly hungry is so painful on the wallet, because before, if I was a kid, I would just say, oh, you know, I can't eat more because I don't have allowance anymore. I can't buy more food. But as an adult, it's like, I can just spend whatever money I have on whatever I want to eat. And then I have to physically stop myself from like buying more snacks. And I have to tell myself, but we have snacks at home. I can't believe I grew up into that adult. Like when I was younger, I was always pissed at adults who would tell me like, oh, you know, I don't want to like buy food from McDonald's because you have food at home. And now I'm in that situation where I want to buy McDonald's and I have to tell myself no because we have food at home. It's like no, why am I turning into the adulthood I hate? This is exactly like the worst situation. Like I have to physically tell myself no, we cannot get McDonald's because there's food at home, and I just want to cry when I think about it. Like how old have I gotten that I have to do things like that to myself? Like I'm managing myself. I'm freaking treating myself like a freaking Tamagotchi. Say like, no, you need something that's healthy for you, otherwise you're not gonna grow well. Yeah. Home rice is the best. Yeah, rice is good. But there are times like I really, although in general, to be fair, in general I still prefer noodles. Because I like the feeling of like chewing something that's like really long. But sauce is very rice is very good for like saucy dishes though. Like curry. Oh my god, curry is one of my favorite things as well. It tastes so good. So good. Like Japanese curry. I'm on rice ban for a few months. Wait, why though? Is it like for health reasons? Like what you mentioned earlier? Oh, skipping out on rice is so difficult. Because like in reality, noodles are like less healthy for you than rice is. Oh no, fried food as well. No, all the best things in life are probably deep fried. Man, though, I don't know. It's like times like that are so difficult. I have very little self-control, so I would probably not actually listen to that and then suffer for the consequences. Oh, liver stress. Okay. Yeah. Then that means you also can't like. Then there's a lot of stuff you really can't take then. Even like probably alcohol or anything too sugary, too high in uric acid maybe? Actually, although no, joke. I think uric acid is more focused on like the kidneys and all of that. But yeah, it's like having terrible health is like a downward spiral, honestly. It's like suddenly every aspect of your life suddenly gets affected by it. But normally you wouldn't really think like, oh, I don't really drink like that much sugary stuff or soft drinks. It's suddenly when you can't have it, and now it's like, oh my god, why do I want all of this so much? So it's a pain. Oh, protein as well? Oh my god. Wait, that's... Oh, I didn't know about that concept, but... Oh, yeah. Protein is supposed to be healthy, and then why did it end up unhealthy as well? The world is like an ironic place, I swear. I don't even need these flowers though, why am I collecting so many? Oh, poor girl. Wait, there's a new quest? What? Wait, I just talked to this girl randomly. I didn't think it was going to trigger something. Okay, wait, no, I don't have time for this. I'm a little bit too sleepy and tired to consider doing this anymore. Okay, wait, let's see. Actually, I didn't actually set it to the creator dashboard today. Let me check real quick, and then we could probably switch it over to... Maybe you can find someone to raid, I guess? I'm still not very good at raiding because I can't really find good people to raid. I'm not very familiar with a lot of like streamers and all that, but we'll see. Maybe you can find someone. Okay, let us try to raid a channel. It would be nicer to get someone a little smaller though, because the last time I raided someone who's a little bit too big and it didn't really work out so well. So anyways, okay, this is tricky. Same category. Maybe a low to high kind of viewer situation, so it's easier to manage. Oh, there is someone... Wait. Oh, this is a joke. This is a different game. I was wondering about that. Last time raid didn't succeed. Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, actually, I wasn't sure about that either, because I'm normally not able to see about things like that, so I don't know. Okay, anyways, wait. I did see another streamer here. They have been streaming for like an hour. Let's see. Okay, this is a little bit too big. Okay, maybe never mind. I'm a little bit too stressed to be to raid like very big streamers because I feel like it's not really balanced. So okay, let's find someone a little bit smaller. Same category, and then yeah, okay, let's just focus on the same category people first. Yeah, it's so weird though. Yeah, I can't really find it. That looks interesting. There's one who has like a really nice model though. From Thailand, I think. Oh wait, actually there's this one. This is also a local person, so maybe let's see if it works. I have never watched any of their streams before though, so I'm just going to hope they're a good person. But yeah, you know, feel free to join the raid if ever, and hope it goes well. But anyways, thank you so much everyone who joined today's stream. I hope you had a great time. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord so you can pay attention to when the next stream comes. So my usual streaming time is on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 10 p.m. UTC plus 8, with occasional weekends. But the weekend time is not very like consistent then, because I usually am busy and it just depends when I have free time. So, but anyways, you know, the Tuesdays and Thursdays one is almost always okay. So yeah, feel free to join next time, and I will see you then. So have a great rest of the day, everyone. We will start the raid soon. Okay, what is this? And yeah, in a few seconds. Okay. Let's get ready for the raid. Okay, yeah, I'll just start raiding a little bit earlier so we don't have to wait too long for the whole thing. Okay, goodbye everyone. See you next time.